Hello once again. My name is George Williams, and I'm the Next Search Catalog Coordinator at Northeast Kansas Library System. And this is the last video for the upgrade to Koha 2211. And today I'm going to talk about, it's going to be the shortest video. I'm going to talk about 3 changes that will affect patrons in the OPAC. Once again, the date for this upgrade is Saturday, August 26th. It'll happen after 10 p.m. So most of you won't be at work when this happens, I hope. And I'm going to be available on Saturday. If anybody has any questions, they can call the next after hours number. And I'll be in the office on Monday morning in case there are any problems or if anybody has any questions on that day. So let's get into the changes in the OPAC. There are only 3 minor changes. So I'm going to go to the staff interface first, and I'm going to look up patron, Christopher Frosty, and I'm going to do the same thing in the new in the test system, which is already running the new version of Koha. And I've got a hold on one item in each system, the same item in each system for this patron. So in the current version, if you're logged into the staff client, you can change the pickup location of an item that's been requested. So if the patron comes in and say, I don't want to pick it up here, I want to pick it up someplace else, you can change that. And that's true also in the new version. But one thing that patrons have never been able to do is they have never been able to do that themselves in the OPAC. So if we go to the OPAC in the current system, there's no way here, there's no way the patron can change the pickup location. But if we do the exact same thing in the upgraded version in Koha 2211, when we go to holds, there is now a button here that says change. If we click on that, the patron will get a drop-down list of the available pickup locations, and they can change that pickup location from Northeast Kansas Library System to Richmond Public Library. Click Save. And then that will be, it will have a new pickup location of Richmond. If we go back to the staff client, the staff interface, and refresh the page, go down to holds, you will see that the pickup location is now Richmond Public Library. So that's going to be a big change for patrons. One thing that you cannot do is once the item is in transit, so if I go over here and get a barcode number for this item, for this title, because I think there are 3, I think we have 3 I think there are 3 barcodes in this record, yes. So let's check one of them in. Check in. I put a tab in there first. That ain't gonna work. Nope, worked. So confirm the hold and transfer it to Richmond. Now if we go back here to the OPAC and refresh the page and go to holds, now that the item is in transit, the patron can no longer change the pickup library. So before the item goes in transit in the OPAC, the patron can change the pickup location. After the item's in transit, or if it's waiting to be picked up, the patron cannot change the pickup location. So this is a really cool change. It means that it gives patrons control over what's happening to their stuff when they place a request. So that's the first change in the OPAC. The second change, let's go over here to the production system. And I'm going to click on purchase suggestions. I got an old purchase suggestion in here from the last time I did a demo on this. And I'm going to put in a purchase suggestion for a book that we do not own. Let's see, there we go. So this is, the search Google Books feature. None of the libraries own this. Everything fills out. And then I'm gonna do this book, The Brethren by John Grisham. Just to do, we'll clear the form. Search Google Books. We already own this. So if I click on Submit a Suggestion, I gotta put a item type in there. Submit your suggestion, it just goes into the suggestion queue. In the new version of Koha, purchase suggestions. So I'm going to do this with the Beowulf Handbook, which none of the libraries do own. And I'm going to click on New Purchase Suggestion. And I'm going to put that ISBN number in there and click on Search Google Books. And it'll pull up the information about that title. Give it an item type and submit the suggestion. And it's been submitted. No problems. It works exactly the way it's always worked. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to do another purchase suggestion for a book that is already owned by many of the libraries in Next Search Catalog. Put the ISBN there, search Google Books. And unlike the production system, when I click on Submit Your Suggestion, Koha is going to do a check. And it says a similar document already exists, The Brethren. Click on Confirm Your Suggestion to ignore this. I'm going to change document to title, but this is going to tell patrons that we already own this. You don't need to suggest it as a new purchase. If you want it, all you got to do is click here, and it'll take you to that record. You can put a hold on it. So you don't have to tell the library to buy a new one. You can just request that one. So that will be a nice change. And the last thing I'm going to show you. So we'll go back to Christopher Frosty's account. Right now in Koha, if you change your password, there it is, change password. The current password, oh hell, I don't remember the current password for this account. I just changed it a few minutes ago too. Well, let me show you in the staff account. When I click on change password, and I'm going to just change this back to my default password for all these accounts. So a staff member, me, has just changed this patron's password. If I go into notices, there is a email to this patron saying, "Dear patron, your password has been changed. If you did not change it yourself or you did not request the change, please contact library staff." So this will be a change that happens when staff reset a password, or if we do it in, the patron does it themselves. We'll just give it that one. It's going to do the exact same thing. Whenever anybody changes the password for this account, for any account, if the patron has an email address in their account, as soon as the password's been changed, they will get a new notice on the Notices tab. Let me reload this. So I did it once earlier. I'm doing it a second time there. This is the third time I've done it. So when this email list sorts, we'll have yet another. I did it earlier when I was testing to make sure I got all this information right. And I did this from the staff client. I did this from the staff client. I did this one from the OPAC. So whenever anybody changes a patron's password, it will send them an email saying, "Hey, somebody just changed your password." That is a standard security feature on most websites now, where you have to log in with the password. Is it alerts the patron, it alerts the user that the password has changed. That way, if they weren't the ones to change it, they can go in and do something about it. And this is adding that bit of security to the OPAC and the staff client. Anybody changes a patron's password, if they have an email address on their account, it will send the patron an email saying, hey, your password changed. So those are the changes related to the OPAC. And once again, August 26th after 10 p.m., Koha will be upgraded, and I will be available all day Sunday, all day Monday. If you have any questions, just give us a call. Thanks for your attention.